My name is Edward A. Janek, Janek, and I go by the name of Eddie. And my rate now is E6. I got my sea duty, and I thought I would go on a carrier, but it didn't. They sent me to the Amphibious, and I had never heard of Amphibious. But the chief I talked to said, "Oh, you'll learn." They sent us to town San Bruno, California, which was right outside of San Francisco. And we stayed at a racetrack, the old Tanforan Racetrack. It was abandoned in 1940, and they had Italian prisoners there for a long time, and then they griped about it, so they made it an amphibious training camp. We were trained by the Marines, strictly Marine training. And they had a racetrack there, horse track. It was called Tanforan. And we slept in horse stalls. Actually, horse stalls. We were there for about 6 months, I guess. And it was 6 guys per horse stall. And when we first came in, the train dropped us off at San Bruno, and then we had to put our sea bags across our shoulders and walk to Tanforan, which was about a mile and a half. It was quite a hike. And of course, we wanted to go ashore in San Francisco, and we needed to shower. And we asked the guys who had been there a while, where's the shower? And they said there, and it was a building with no top, and it was kind of where you could walk in and you get in the shower. We walked in, and it was one faucet. We thought, uh-oh, one faucet, no hot water. And water was freezing cold. We showered in that every day. It was colder than that. So that was a kind of a shock to us, because then we found out that Italian soldiers, prisoners of war, were stationed there, were kept there, and they griped about it, about the living conditions. They moved them, and they brought in the German soldiers, the prisoners of war, and they didn't like, and they moved them out, and they moved American sailors in there. And the place did have some heating elements where it gets cold in San Francisco, around San Francisco. We were sailors going through the Marine training, and we were in what they call the Gator Navy. You could be on small ships, or you could be stationed on land. And we stayed there, and I left there in late August of '44. And I went overseas.